ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Moss. Can't forget the moss. We all need some moss. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the X-Men Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Wave Psylocke. If you're trying to pick up the set, you can pre-order it right now.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I have been waiting for this figure to come out for so long. I'm very excited. Anyway, on the side we get a beautiful image of Psylocke. Looks like from the work of Mike Deodato, who's my favorite comic book artist. And then on the back you can see Psylocke right there. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, pause it now. There's the other figures from the wave. We get Psylocke again. We get the X logo spot varnished on the top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here is Psylocke out of the packaging, looking absolutely beautiful. I think this is a great looking piece. This is one of my favorite comic book female characters, and I think Hasbro has finally done this character justice in action figure form. We have two other Psylocke figures from Marvel Legends, and neither of them actually look good. This one looks very good. I mean, just the head sculpt alone just makes me very happy. It's not the body mold I would have picked, but I still really like it a lot, and she does come with a lot of accessories, which is pretty awesome. So let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll get a closer look at Psylocke. So aside from the Build-A-Figure piece, these are the three accessories that we get with Psylocke. We get her Psy Blade right here, which looks great. This is probably my favorite accessory. I really like this a lot. I'd actually even made my own Psy Blade quite a while ago and didn't come out looking as good as this, so I think that is awesome. I love the translucent pink plastic. It works really well. And then she can go ahead and have this ported on either her left hand or her right. She has an open hand on this side, so that is really cool. I like that. And then she also has her katana, her Psy Blade katana. I guess these are both Psy Blades. And then you can see how it's all powered up right here. That looks really cool. And if you'd like, you can remove this. So did this earlier, you just slide this off right here, and I just did it off camera. And then you can just slide this off like so, and that is really cool. So you can have her just holding the blade like this if you'd like. And to compare it to the SDCC exclusive version, you could see that they used a different katana. They used our standard issue katana before for the SDCC exclusive, so you could see how that's the same. I kind of wish she actually did have one of these, because she does wield katanas that aren't all powered up and stuff, so it would have been cool for her to get one of these. But looking at this, I'm very happy with this new katana. I hope to see more of this in the future. I think this looks a whole lot better. I like it. I like it more than those new swords that we got with Deadpool. Then lastly, she has her whole powering effect that we see go around her face, and I'll place this on the face of the figure in just a moment, but you can see how we get these little clips right over here that blend in nicely with the effect. I think that is really awesome. That looks really cool. We get some little sculpted detail in here too. I think that is great. So kind of a weird thing with the production of this figure is that there are two versions out there. There's a kind with the black hair, and then there's a kind with the purple hair. I would prefer one with purple hair. This one has black hair. So I did order a second Psylocke figure from BBTS. And just one quick story. I did get in trouble in 6th grade for drawing this picture or copying this picture of Psylocke in 6th grade, I think, because like every single boy in the classroom was surrounding me as I was drawing it, and yeah, believe it or not, I'm not that bad at drawing. But anyway, comparing this head sculpt to the first Psylocke figure head sculpt that we'd gotten from Toy Biz, ooh man, yeah, they just did not do a really good job with this one. She definitely looks more Latina than Asian. I always thought so anyway. And then looking at the SDCC exclusive from Hasbro, and she looks, I don't know, not kind of like weird Cambodian, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. What ethnicity do you think the one on the right looks like? But this one right here, she's supposed to look Japanese, and I think she looks very Japanese. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, especially any Japanese viewers out there. I'm really curious about your opinion. So, yeah, I like it. I'm very pleased with this. She has pretty blue eyes. I think the lips are nice and full. The bone structure looks really good. I mean, it looks beautiful. I think she looks great, and very clean paint apps on that head sculpt as well. So I can't really complain about this except for the lack of purple hair. Or if they did something like they had done with the Silk figure, you know, X-Men 87 brought that up to me. That would have been pretty cool to see that. So yeah, we just get solid black. But the sculpt for it is really nice. And actually, you know, that's like one thing I like about Asian chicks. I like the jet black hair. I think it's pretty. But Psylocke is supposed to have purple hair. It's not supposed to be jet black like this. Oh, and then applying her Psy effect right here, her Psy powers effect anyway. That looks pretty neat. I like that a lot. The way it just clips in there around her cheekbones, that just works out really well. Oh, get that a little bit higher up. Yeah, that looks really good. Just around the cheeks right there. That is awesome. Very well done, Hasbro. Then you can see that they utilized the Hellcat body mold. A little bit extra plastic right there. I wish they had used the Moonstone body mold, but still, I like it. You know, it's not a bad body mold at all. I just don't get all the articulation and all the, I don't know, full parts that I like. But looking right here, we get some nice, clean blue paint apps over the flesh tone, so that looks pretty good. You know, and she has a fisted hand on the left side, and the open hand again right there. And then looking at this waistband, which is actually supposed to be really tight around here, right? It's not supposed to be like really loose and hanging. I guess in some contemporary versions it may be hanging down a little bit, but this, you know, to me this looks like Hasbro's trying to help us complete our Jim Lee X-Men. So yeah, I feel like that should be tighter around there, but oh well. It's not bad. I think this is the one that they used for the Ms. Marvel figure. And then, you know, you could see that the blue paint apps are, you know, they made sure to get the whole thing covered. You know, there's no, you know, empty crotch pit space or anything like that. And we got nalgas, which don't look too bad, you know, not bad. I mean, they didn't have to get so wide, you know. They could have tapered this in a little bit more, but I guess we could customize that if we want to, right? You could kind of try to paint over that. Then you get the serial numbers right here. I'm going to try to remove that. So yeah, I got to get myself some nail polish remover and get, you know, that excess removed. And a little sloppy on the line work right there. Not the worst, and I noticed over here it's a little sloppy too. It doesn't match up perfectly. Again, not the absolute worst. It would have been better if they had a meet in the back of the leg instead, you know, and a little splotch right there. And the calves and everything look pretty nice. We've seen these legs and these feet before, you know, and then she does have peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Now to go over Psylocke's articulation, you can move her head back a bit, even with all that hair, and it's fairly soft plastic, so she'll look up that much, and she can look downward a lot. She does have that forward and back kind of thing going on, so that does help with the head movement. She also has side-to-side rotation and a little bit of head pivoting. Shoulders move outward that much. They can move up, you can move them down, rotate 360. She has a good single-jointed elbow, so that bends in pretty well. And then the wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. And then she has the diaphragm joint that turns side to side. It'll crunch back a little bit and forward a little bit, and you get some diaphragm pivot right there. Then her hips can move outward that far, and she'll kick forward that much. Not back, unfortunately. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Then the ankles move down, they move up, and she has the ankle pivot. Now to measure out the height of this Psylocke figure, you can see that she is standing just under 6.5 inches tall. And then here's your Psylocke comparison. We have the Toy Biz Psylocke, and then we have our SDCC exclusive Psylocke. One thing I didn't mention earlier is that along with that purple-haired version of this Psylocke right here, I believe the blue paint apps are a little bit darker too, so that's supposed to be a little bit different. And if you wanted to see a head swap, you can do that. Even, well, I guess you can't. It doesn't really look right. But I think I put the head on this one, and yeah, her neck kind of disappears. So it doesn't work out too well, but I don't know. You could mess with it. I don't know, if you wanted to half it on there, that actually doesn't look that bad. Then here's the new Marvel Legends Psylocke figure next to the Diamond Select Toys Premier Collection Psylocke statue. And yeah, you can see it's a good looking statue, even though I did break the flamey thing. And I actually have an extra Psylocke statue that I will be giving away next month, so stay tuned for that on the Patreon. And then here's Psylocke next to Hellcat and Ms. Marvel, and you can see that she shares the same body mold as Hellcat, even though the legs are different from the knees down, but then the feet are the same. So I think that they did better with these calves right over here than the ones that we're seeing right there. And then here's looking at Ms. Marvel, which is my favorite female body mold for Marvel Legends. You know, I think this would have looked a little bit better for Psylocke. I guess this works too, though. I'm not upset about it, but, you know, for a comparison, you could see, you know, probably why I prefer the Ms. Marvel. You know, I just do. Then here's Psylocke next to the last Asian female superhero that we've received from Hasbro. We have Silk, and I think this head sculpt looked way too Latina. This one definitely looks a lot more Asian looking to me. She's supposed to be Korean, not Japanese, but, you know, there are similarities, right? And popping this head off and putting this one on here, say if you ended up getting both versions of Psylocke, you could, you know, get your a more accurate looking silk right there, right? Doesn't look too bad at all. Not too bad. And then one thing I also wanted to try to do was go ahead and pop this head sculpt onto, where did the body go? Yeah, there's a Jessica Jones body. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good too. I think for Asians, okay, leave me alone. And can't forget this head swap option also. So that's how that looks, and I still think she looks way too Latina. And then here's Psylocke next to all the other figures from the wave. We have Multiple Man, Gladiator, Storm, Wolverine, Sabretooth, and Magneto. And doesn't Psylocke look great? Just seeing her amongst all these other figures over here. Great looking piece. And then here's Psylocke next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Now, I may be no Scott Summers, but I could shoot you with some I-beams. Woo. I gotta thank you guys for watching my video, especially those of you that watch these videos all the way through from the beginning to the end. It always helps the YouTube channel, as well as when you guys are active, like hitting the like button if you like the video. Please leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of this figure, and let me know what you think of the review, and please let me know which version of this Psylocke figure did you end up getting. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hitting that notification bell. I love this figure, man. This thing is incredible. I think Hasbro put a lot of effort into this, and I think it really paid off a lot. Now, I had to add that katana right over there just because I just wanted to see how she looks with it, and I think she looks a little better having that. So, you know, that's one of my minor gripes amongst my complaints about some paint imperfections. Not the exact mold that I would have liked them to use, but if there was another one that they were going to use, this would be the one I would prefer. So, this is probably my second favorite female body mold from Hasbro Marvel Legends. So, I am pretty stoked about this figure, and I'm giving it a Sud rating of 2, please. And I would pick up 2 of them even if there wasn't the whole purple hair, black hair swap thingy going. You know what I mean? I just want 2 of these, maybe one to custom. You know, she looks like she's almost wearing a diaper right there from behind. So I don't know. I think I could use some customizing on this piece. I really like it regardless, though. I really enjoyed making this video. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it's all over at marvelousnews.com and ShartimusPrime.net. And don't forget to check out the Shartimus Prime merch, which is still available over there. I now have pins for sale. And please go ahead and follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face.